Well, it seems that the entire Flesh and Blood community has come together to quickly find out who very well may be our next class to see in Outsiders. Of course, we had talked about Alchemist, but now we have a better idea of who this Alchemist might be. Welcome on in, Dragonfolk. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I know I am. My name is Ashen Wings, and today I'm going over, of course, all the crazy stuff that I find on Twitter. But only one thing that came to mind to me today was to talk about the possible new Alchemist class that could possibly be coming in Flesh and Blood's next expansion set, Outsiders, the new draftable set that is due to come out in March. We have made a video in regards to that, in where it takes place in the pits. And this is all very relevant when we come to find out that James White himself has actually possibly even leaked the character and who they are and what they do and where their tie-in with all of this is during a podcast that he was just on. So, he had brought up the name Lena Bell. I'm assuming it's Lena Bell, not Lena Bell. Maybe it's Lena Bell. Who's to say? I'm going to call her Lena Bell. But Lena Bell is a character that had come up a couple of times in the lore, actually, previously. But it wasn't until this podcast came through that we did find out that she has a special place in a recent card that is due to be given out for the Christmas promos. That's right. You remember this card? The Christmas present? Christmas present is the new card that is giving out as almost like a gag gift of sorts for the armory events that are occurring in December. And on this card, there are several heroes, including Arachne, Azalea, both who are from the pits, and two other people who we're not sure who they are. You have a small girl in the bottom left with green hair, and then somebody else at the top who almost looks like they could be Dash, but I don't believe they are. I can't really make out what they look like, but from what I can tell, they're almost elf in nature. They do have almost elven ears, but of course, that's the theme, right? It's Christmas. Those probably could be fake ears from this. So let's go ahead and talk about specifically this person in the bottom left with the green hair. James White had come out to say that this character is Lena Bell. And Lena Bell is from the pits, much like Azalea and Arachne. So with this being the case, it's pretty insane because obviously we're getting a set that takes place in the pits, as well as new heroes according to the Dragon Shield pre-orders, right? 4 heroes are due to be put in there, and granted, I'm not sure whether or not any of them are going to be a reworked Azalea, but Arachne was from the pits, is from the pits. Azalea's got a lot of lore in the pits. And then we now have this new character, Lena Bell. So not only has Lena Bell been talked about in lore from cards, such as Time Snap Potion. As you can see, Time Snap Potion does have a small little blurb at the bottom there that is by Lena Bell herself. But after reading over the lore for Azalea, we actually learn a little bit more that this character was brought up in her lore. Right at the beginning of the A Bird in the Hand section of Azalea's lore, there's a little blurb that happens at the beginning of this, right? The very first little section of when Azalea is entering Blackjack's and looking around the room. I'll go ahead and read this little blurb to you. She looked over to see the green-haired girl seated at her usual corner, giggling over several vials of questionable substance. Shaking her head, she walked towards the counter, placing her contract card onto the countertop. This is another nod at what we believe to be, granted there could be several girls with green hair in the pits, but this could very well be the tie to the other mercenary, essentially, an alchemist of sorts. So we already know that apothecaries exist in the pits, that their work is very important to people surviving down there. I would imagine Lenabelle is probably around that same concept. So Lenabelle, from my standpoint, this is looking almost completely accurate, because if Lenabelle is in fact the character on Christmas Present, then that means that we have 3 heroes from the pits, which would only lead me to believe that the other person all the way at the top of the tree is also another hero from the pits. And who knows, right? A new mechanologist, whoever knows that might that be. But this is a concept that we're trying to grasp around. So I just wanted to make this quick video and share this information with all of you. It looks like the Flesh and Blood community has done a lot of digging to try and find more information about this, but with James White specifically stating that this person on the Xmas Present card is in fact Lenabelle, well, we now actually have a pretty solid understanding. So we may be seeing Alchemist in Outsiders after all. So let me know what you guys think about the Alchemist class. What do you think they're going to work with? Do you think they're going to be able to meld items together to make brand new things? How do you think that's going to work out as far as attack actions, right? Are they going to be able to just throw potions at people? Who knows, right? We'll just have to see. I think it'd be pretty neat to essentially just get a bunch of different elemental potions and be able to utilize those as attacks, as well as having instance of you drinking potions. You know, you already have some potions that came out with like Everfest. You've got Time Snap Potion, Energy Potion. It's just potions all over the place. So I would go to say that this is probably the start of an Alchemist class. And really, I'm wondering what we are going to see as far as combat goes for this. Is this going to be a young hero specifically, or is Lenabelle going to have an adult version? I guess only time will tell. But thank you all so much for watching. I do really appreciate your support. Again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the Alchemist class. I'm not sure whether or not it could very well happen, right? This is all still speculation. Nothing has been absolutely confirmed. But we are, of course, looking at these things and just speculating. We've got all the way until like early March to speculate, so we're going to continue doing so. And hopefully, one of us is right. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate your support there. And I will see you all very soon. Nerd out.